Hi everybody and welcome to another Tinana how-to. Today's recipe was inspired by this awesome kitchen book or cookbook that I got from my mum, and as you can see by the title, it's a winter slice now that we're coming into winter. So here's a few of the ingredients that you will need: some bacon, some onion, or an onion, half an onion I used in this recipe, a potato or 2 small ones. Today I'm using almond meal, some Parmesan cheese, but you can use normal flour or normal tasty Edam cheese, whatever fits your budget, salt, pepper, 3 eggs, some cauliflower, and like I said, there's some plain flour if you don't have almond flour, some olive oil, and then some almond milk, but like I said, if you don't have any almond milk, that's fine, you can use normal milk. So first of all, you want to get your bacon pieces. You can use rations or you can use streaky bacon, that's up to you. And I'm just cutting these into little bite-sized pieces and setting that aside to cook later in the pan. Next, I'm just peeling my potatoes, and I'm using 2 small potatoes today. I just thought I'd mention that Tinana DIY, we don't really do clean recipes, but we try and make the recipes as healthy as we can. So there is different options you can do. Like for example, in this recipe, I am using some cauliflower to kind of bulk it up. So I'm actually going to steam this before I put it into the slice. So I'm just putting that in the pot. Next up, I am just adding 3 eggs to a bowl. And then I'm just going to give this a quick whisk before adding the rest of the ingredients. Next up, I'm just sifting in about a cup of almond flour or a cup of your normal flour. And then I'm also going to be adding in about 2 teaspoons of baking powder. This just helps the loaf rise. You could almost say this is quite similar to the cauliflower bread. And then you want about half a cup of oil. I know it seems like heaps, but I think it just keeps it nice and moist. And then you just want to mix it all up, and it is quite thick, and that's kind of what you want. Next up, I'm just cutting up my onion, and I'm using half an onion because, I don't know, I don't fancy having big chunks of onion in my slice when I eat it. Next up, I'm just heating up my pan, and I'm going to be using coconut oil today, and I love using coconut oil to cook in. It just gives the whatever you're cooking just that little extra bit of taste, and a small amount goes a long way. So I'm just waiting for my pan to heat up and melt the coconut oil. Love it. Love coconut oil with a passion. I go through so much coconut oil, it's crazy. And then you want to get your onions and you just want to saute them until they're sort of translucent. And then you want to also add in your bacon as well and give that just a quick cook. The rest of the cooking process will happen in the oven. So I'm just quickly giving this a quick little stir. And while I was making this, oh my gosh, my house smelled like boil up, because I'm steaming my vegetables, which is also another healthy alternative way of serving vegetables as well. So next up, I'm just prepping my tin, and I was just using a cake tin, and then I'm coming back to that bowl and I'm adding in the bacon and onion mix, and also seasoning as well with some salt and some cracked pepper. And I'm just mixing that through in the bowl. And then I'm going to be adding my cheese. Like I said, you can use any cheese you want, whatever fits in your budget, but I prefer I prefer Parmesan. And then next I'm just adding in my milk. And I know this looks really like, oh my gosh, this ain't gonna work, but seriously, it does work. Next, you want to add in your potato and your cauliflower, and you kind of want to mash that in like it's banana. You want to mash it in, and then I'm just transferring that to the tray. And this is what you get. It's so delicious, and I think this is fantastic with a soup and pretty light as well. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in our next. Bye!